with your name, date, and medical information, including your family information. Here you go. And thank you. We'll get you right in.
Thank you.
She's ready for you in the back. Please take your clipboard with you. Thank you.
Or are you having any issues? Are you all good?
I'm all good. Just depressed.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll need to do some other tests to make sure you're okay. Can you take this and sign it? Thank you. Thank you. That was quite an arm spasm. Do you have those regularly?
Kind of, but it's okay. It just happened in the last couple months. That's no big deal.
We probably won't actually be sending you out of here anytime soon. We're going to have to do a few more tests to see what that's from.
Hi, Cassie. I am a specialist. I'm Mrs. DeRoche, and I just need to ask you a couple of questions based on your results on your genetic history. So, do you have any family members with the disease, Huntington's disease?
Maybe my dad. He died.
Maybe he died. How old was he when he died?
About 45.
45? Okay. And, what kind of symptoms have you been experiencing, like, as it relates to movement and ability in your brain?
Well, sometimes I just have the little spasms. Sometimes it happens in my legs and I'll fall down or something.
You'll fall down? How often does that happen?
Maybe like once a day.
Once a day? Alright. Once a day spasms in your arms and your legs.
Yeah.
What about memory? Are you fine with memory?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. We may need to do some scans, but we'll, Dr. Silva will come back in with you and she'll discuss it with you.
Alright, so I got the results of your genetic test, and I'm very sorry to say that you've developed the disease Huntington's.
So what's wrong with me? What do I have?
Causes the codon sequence CAG, which is supposed to repeat only 10 to 26 times, but it actually repeats in you, a Huntington's disease patient, around 40 or more times. And that's really bad because it creates too many proteins, which then clump up and become toxic to the brain. Most of these patients lose more than 20% of their brain function before they die, and you pretty much don't have more than 25 years to live still before you die. I know that's like a lot of information to take in right now, especially since you're feeling kind of moody, but what you're experiencing right now are early on symptoms of Huntington's, and we're so glad we caught this early because now we can send you to things like speech therapy and stuff, which should help you later. But
I'm gonna die?
Sorry to say.
I'm only 15!
I guess I'll see you. I mean, there's nothing really we can do for you at this time. We can give you some dietary supplements and stuff that should help slow the process, but we'll do like checkups and be sure to catch up with you because this is a very rare disease. It's 1 in 30,000 people get it, so we'll catch back up with you in a few months.
Okay.
Here's your slipment for release. Read that. It's got a lot of good information about your disease. If you have any questions, please call us. Otherwise, we'll see you in 6 months.
Thank you. Hi, I'm here for my Huntington's checkup.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Cassie. I was with you earlier.
You were?
Yeah. Don't you remember me?
No.
Oh gosh. Well, let's go ahead and take you to one of the back rooms, and I'll get the specialist to come in there.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
Do you need a wheelchair?
No, it's just one of the spasms. Sorry about that.
Alright. can go ahead and lay down in the bed. Are you okay?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'll get the specialist to come in right away.
Okay.
Hi, Cassie. Do you remember me?
No.
Well, I was here last time, and I'm just here to check on you and your symptoms and everything, see how you're doing. How are you?
Well, I've been having spasms more often. And I did a lot of reading on my disease.
You did? That's great.
Yeah, I read that it was an insertion mutation in the chromosome 4, and that it's autosomal dominant pattern. So my dad had to have gotten it because it doesn't skip generations.
That's right. He must have.
I don't know why my mom didn't tell me about such a serious family disease.
Yeah. It's okay though, because we have a lot of treatments that you can go through. Speech therapy. You can join support groups, and they all help out. Anything else you would like to talk about?
No. What was that? Why couldn't I say no?
I think that's a result of your speech. See, in Huntington's disease, a symptom is like slurred speech, and that's just an example of it. And I'm sorry to tell you, but your disease is progressively getting a lot worse.
So how long do I have to live?
That can't be totally determined, but if I had to say, till you're around 25.
Well, I guess I won't have to worry about my kids getting this disease because I won't have time to have any.
It's okay. We'll get through this, and with the support of everyone around you, you'll get through this, Cassie, I promise.
Okay.
I'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Alright.
Oh, and Cassie, you ready to go? Here's your release form.
Look, Woody Guthrie, the folk songer, has my disease too.
Really? That's great, Cassie. I knew you weren't alone.
Me too.
And here's your release form.
Thank you.
So the organization we have founded is Hunting for Huntington's. Our job is to find a cure for Huntington's and stop people like Cassie from having these terrible symptoms that soon leads to death. We are determined to raise up to $10 million for our foundation to fund our own clinical trial, which will soon help and prevent people from experience these terrible symptoms and having this terrible disease.
And people have not been used to test the treatment, but there's also been mice that have been used. And Congress has issued a lot of money to support the cause. And in the next few years, current researchers say that symptoms will start to slow dramatically due to other symptoms and other treatments that they are testing.
And in translation and transcription in Cassie's cells, they don't have repressors on them, which means that the genes don't know when to stop making these proteins, and that causes these buildups of the proteins, which then becomes like toxic and stuff to her body and to her cells, which eventually leads to death. That's why it's so different from many other diseases that have been researched and discovered. It also is what makes it so hard to find a cure, because it's so different and we don't really know how to replicate what is being lost or not there.